All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. And Shalom to all the Achim in this truth and sincerity, starting with the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, which we're fighting to be a part of. And this is the brother Khabar Yakal coming back, Lord willing, with another quick and edifying lesson. And basically this lesson is going to be going into they shall know my chosen, which is a scripture from second Ezra second Ezra's 16 and verse 33. Salakia 73, which I'm going to start off with. But basically, in the time of trouble, the Great Tribulation, also known as the time of Jacob's trouble, also known as the Day of the Lord. All right. When that happens, everyone who came against this truth, anyone who didn't want to submit to the will of Yahweh, which is the Most High God, Bahashem, which is in the name, Yahweh Shai, his only begotten Son, anyone who didn't want to submit to his will, they're going to know who the chosen are in that day. All right. And matter of fact, since I said that, I don't got the scripture written down, but the enemies of the Lord, they're going to know who the chosen are in that day. And even before the moment that I'm about to read, even before that, they're going to know. But this is just a scripture that came into my mind. Revelation 11, verse 12. It says, "And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither." So the elect, the chosen of the nation of Israel, which, the nation of Israel are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelite foreigners who don't look like the typical Israelite, but are scattered in the other lands, the other heathenistic lands, also following the ways of the heathen, and also taking on the appearance of the heathens, the actual Gentiles. There's actually Israelites who don't look like your typical so-called black, Latino, Native American. All right. And there's going to be an elect out of even them. Okay. So the elect of the nation of Israel, we're going to, Lord willing, we're of the elect, we're going to hear a voice when Yahweh Shai comes back saying, "Come up hither," in the ancient Hebrew. All right. They're not going to say that, the angels aren't going to say "come up hither" in English, all right? They're going to say it in ancient Hebrew. That's the language of the heavens, all right? It says, "And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud," all right? When you go to Revelation chapter 1, it tells you the Lord's coming back with clouds, all right? Then when you get it, you precept that with Psalms 149. Psalms 104 and 3. It tells you the clouds are a code word or a nickname for the chariots, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs and UAPs, all right? So it says, "And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them." So best believe they're going to know, all right? At that moment, and like I mentioned, even before that moment, they're going to know who the chosen are, because the Lord's going to, he's going to keep, it's going to be literally divine intervention, all right? It's a video game I used to play called Dead Space. It's a series, all right? It's a bunch of games. But and it's spiritual, the game is basically Jacob's trouble, all right? In space. It's basically Jacob's trouble in space. But one of the characters in the second game, the main character in this video game, it's like he survives the most impossible shit, and he's just a normal guy. He's not some super trained military, he's just a engineer, Salaki if I'm rambling, but the point I'm trying to make is on the second game, Dead Space 2, the main villain, he was basically like, I don't know what providence you have on your side. I don't know how you're surviving this, because he kept on surviving the most like outlandish shit. And like I mentioned, he was a normal guy. But the main villain said, I don't know what providence is on your side. When you look up the word providence, it means a higher power protecting you. And we're going to have that. That's how they're going to know. But 2nd Ezra 16 and 73. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So the elect are going to be known in that day, because the Lord is going to be with us. All right, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is going to be with us and protect us from all the evil that's coming. The time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, where this devil comes down with great wrath like a madman. All right, and implements that chip, that RFID micro C to the H to the I to the P, which is the MOTB. All right, the mark of you know what, written in Revelation. All right, it's really annoying having to use code words, but you know we got to. But when this time comes, it's going to be known who are the chosen, because they're going to refuse to take that chip. They're going to refuse to take that device in the right hand or in the forehead. They're going to refuse, even if they threaten to kill us, Lord willing, we're of the elect. Even if they threaten to kill us, the elect is going to refuse to take it. And then on top of that, like I mentioned, the Lord is going to be dealing with us on a whole different level. So they're going to know. These people, and when you read 2nd Ezra, it tells you they're going to be spoiling their goods. You know, neighbors are going to be killing each other for lack of bread, all right? The women are going to be ravished. It goes into it. But the elect is going to be protected through all that. So I'm going to get second, and I'm probably